I'm going home.
Oh!
It's knives.
Today, we will be reacting to episodes 5 and 6 of Trigun Stampede. You want to know something embarrassing, Megan?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, this whole time, we've been operating under the assumption that our girl Millie, not in the manga.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what?
She is?
Apparently she is. I don't know where we got this from. Shout out to one of our Patreon members who pointed it out to us.
I feel like
I did a very quick Google search, not like a really deep search. I didn't look too deep into it, but apparently her character is just like drastically different from the version that is portrayed in the show. And I don't know how we got that mixed up with like her not being in the manga, but I also need to look more into it. Either way, shout out to our Patreon member for letting us know, straightening us out.
Well, if it's a completely different character, then technically she's not.
Might as well not be.
Yeah, might as well not be if it's not my Millie.
Also, some other things were mentioned that aren't spoilers at all, but makes me incredibly excited to get into these episodes, specifically because of things that happen in July. If you know what I mean.
Okay, well, don't spoil it for me.
I'm not spoiling anything for anybody.
You did.
I don't want to spoil anything for myself either.
The mention of July.
Oh, shoot. I'll cut that out. Let's just jump into our first reaction today. A reaction of episode 5, Child of Blessings.
Blessing.
Whatever. We're keeping that in. I'm cutting the other thing out and keeping this in. If you'd like to see the full, uncut, unedited, unobscured version of these reactions and all of our previous reactions, all you got to do is go to patreon.com/volume1pod or click join somewhere next to the subscribe button on this video to become a YouTube member. You get access to our entire backlog of episodes, not just these, but our reaction to the original Trigun series and so many other shows as well. And you can check it out for free for the first 7 days to see if it's right for you. But with that out of the way, on to the reaction.
When the ark fell from the sky all those years ago, we sinners were cast upon this desolate land. Now, brothers and sisters in faith, join me in prayer as we ask God to send his angel of salvation our way. Honor the angel.
Interesting.
Become the angel's eyes.
We didn't really get religion in the first series.
I like it, though.
You, oh faithful one.
It's a young Zuko.
Please let the wind blow soon. If it doesn't, then
A bridge of light will cross the sky. That's when we sinners shall visit the unseen.
melting. It's enough doomsday talk for now.
I love how she's always driving because this fool's always drunk. She's always DD.
Yeah, Wolfwood's there now, too.
The Church of Plant Worshippers pumps out that kind of propaganda. As far as whack job sects go, they're fairly up and coming. I hear they've got a headquarters in July. Long before your time, the desert didn't look this way. The sand was the same color as anywhere else. Until out of the shadows it appeared. Nobody had a damn clue where it came from or why. Was it man or was it beast? There isn't a soul who could tell you. Because anyone who laid eyes on the thing no longer lives to tell the tale. The monster massacred every last one of them. Overnight, the blood of its victims spilled over the desert, staining the sand that deep crimson color you see today. Huh?
This guy's a great storyteller.
Killing story.
Hot and very annoyed.
He's like that one actor. What's his name? Sam something?
Elliot?
Sam Elliott.
Are you trying to kill us, newbie?
Over there. Gonna kill me? He's a goner.
Gonna kill me?
He took a fist straight to the skull.
Do you think that it got by Knives' crew?
It might have been that monster I told you about earlier.
You're just hilarious, aren't you?
The thing has been dead for a while, right, Needle?
He said, make sure you say needle noggin. I don't want anybody else
To get misconstrued what needle is on my body.
getting needle mixed up with something else.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's keep it real. This is some Fallout shit.
It is.
I think it's like Children of Adam is a cult that praise the atomic bombs that are spilled throughout the wasteland. Oh,
Blessings, dear.
Yeah, but are those blessings worth dying for?
Death is not the end. It's the beginning. Heaven is a wonderful beautiful place, and dying gets us there.
Girl.
Doesn't look like anyone's lived here in a long time.
This town's rolling without a plan.
Some Nebraska type got it, huh?
I don't think these folks needed a plant for power.
A windmill?
Not milling.
There ain't any wind, genius.
So what happens if there's never any wind?
A prolonged power outage, I suppose.
Huh? Stupid plan if you ask me.
Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa!
Get back!
Girl, no, someone's shooting at me.
Don't jump into them!
Bro, they were still
I
actively
know,
shooting.
I know.
Oh my god, is this that guy we saw in that one episode that we said looked like Spawn or whatever?
The big fella knows Vash.
Ow!
Yeah, it probably is him.
He looks sick.
He's after me, not you! No!
He looks crazy. Huh? Shit. He's toast too, this little boy.
Have you spoken to Rolo yet? I can't. It hurts to even think about.
He's next.
I understand that feeling, but it's something we all had to conquer. He was born on a windless day, and now he's finally getting his blessing. When he gets home, I'll tell him everything. It's a great honor to be chosen as a sacrifice after all.
Boy one.
Run. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Glad you're okay.
So happy you're okay.
Hey, Blondie! Wanna live? Get out of here now!
Yeah.
He really is Bane, though.
Yeah.
So,
What?
Vash and Wolfwood, do you think that they're okay?
Do you think that they're
Yes.
lovers?
Don't piss yourself over it, newbie.
You're a dumbass, you know?
I was scared that ended the big guy.
Funny, I was hoping that it ended you.
You don't pull punches, do you?
This village. It isn't your first visit, huh?
I don't know very much. Only. You okay, little man? Maybe you can help me out. I'm looking for Rolo.
What?
Your mom asked me to come out here and track you down. You ran away from home?
Not really. It's not like that.
Tell
You're
him that
from Vash the
these
Stampede, aren't you?
these adults are gonna kill me.
You know about little old me?
Oh yeah. You're super famous. You're the real-life humanoid typhoon. Everybody knows you.
What if this is taking place in the past?
Yeah.
With the kid?
I'm
Yeah.
not doing good.
I think so.
I'm gonna die before I get
And
to
this
grow
kid is
up,
the guy
they
in the
say.
fucking the
The
Stampede.
reason
That'd be
God
crazy.
hasn't saved me is because I can't bring myself to believe in him.
The show would be absolutely goated if that was what happened.
If the wind doesn't come back, they'll all die too. That's why I'm next.
If you ever need someone, remember me. I'll be right there. If God won't, I will. I swear I'll save you.
Damn.
He didn't.
By the time I got back here with some medicine, there was nothing I could do. The little guy was...
Got it. You talked one hell of a game, but couldn't deliver. No way you could have saved him from a fate like that. Ready for round two?
Death is not the end. In death you shall be rewarded. Rejoice in death. Praise death. May the Lord bless you.
Oh God.
Faithful one.
Oh shit.
Who are you?
It's the guy that's working with knives.
Mhm.
I'm real confused. Are you God, mister?
A fair question. The one you call God can't join us. I'm afraid he had to step out.
Let go, please! That girl, is she a sacrifice too?
Referring to me? Oh, no, child. I am an angel.
See, what the hell?
Using this drug will rebuild your body at the cellular level. It'll also work to accelerate your metabolism. If your body can tolerate it, the drug should cure your illness as well. Side effects are to be expected. But at the very least, it won't be your illness that kills you.
What in the Stranger Things?
No, this ain't no 11 shit. I fucking knew it, dude. I fucking knew it.
Is that wind?
I guess so.
Plant in his brain will heighten his emotions. With
Bro, they
this
fucked that
fire
kid up.
underneath him, we can
I mean,
expect
is
to
he
see
still a kid?
accelerated development in his physical capabilities. Nothing stirs
How many
the body
years?
and mind like hatred. He's the first one of them to reach the 5-year mark alive.
Oh,
5 years.
yeah.
Success.
So like
Please
15
tell me
maybe?
another failure soon enough.
Oh. Hi, Mom.
Mama, it's me.
Rolo?
Oh, hell no.
I'm back, Mama.
Damn.
Well, this place is something.
Been in this state for a while. At least 20 years, I'd say.
20 years.
So I think he was like 15 when he went home, and then it's been 20 years since then. So yeah, he's like a full-grown man now.
What the heck am I looking at?
Damn.
So perfect. No, like tarnishing at all.
Come on, Rolo! This isn't you!
It's no use. Look at him. Not one speck of humanity.
Listen, Rolo! Hear me!
Oh my god.
Rolo!
Damn.
Oh.
You were just a kid. I promised I'd be there to save you, but
I didn't know where you were, bro. I didn't know who took you. I came back and you were gone.
Yeah.
This is insufferable.
I'm late, and I'm sorry. I'm here now to keep my word to
Wolfwood?
you.
Imagine Wolfwood just fucking kills him right
He
now.
might.
You won't have to be alone ever again.
That would be very Wolfwood to do. The hell is that, Wolfwood?
Fucking potent
Oh! Oh my god! Bro, I got fucking chills. Wolfwood, what the fuck?
That was fucking crazy.
I mean,
Cause he
in Wolfwood's defense, he had no idea who this kid was before he was this monster.
No, of course, but he wasn't attacking him anymore. They were speaking.
But maybe
well, at
he
least
thought-
he was talking to him.
Yeah.
Come on. Wake up. You have to be okay. Please, Rolo. Fine, little man. Just wake up, please.
That's a corpse, Stampede. Just let it go.
Why'd you shoot? Don't play dumb. Why'd you shoot Rolo?
Mercy. That monster was not the kid you knew.
Oh
Keeping
my
it alive would have been
God.
torture.
The score.
It's not for you to decide.
You think you're some moral authority? It was you who did the poor kid so wrong. An empty promise is a lie. That or a wake-up call to check
An
your
empty
ego.
promise is a lie.
Wind.
Mm.
The wind.
Whew.
Understood. The boy is dead.
How terribly convenient. Now you won't have to dispose of another failure yourself.
Well, in a way he did. One of his other creations did the job.
Oh, right. Nicholas, correct?
No, it was the Punisher.
They call him the Punisher? Is that why he's got that skull on his cross?
Oh, wow. After all that, finally the power came back. That's
when the
awful.
last person is dead. Holy shit. Dude, that was a great episode. That might have been one of my favorite episodes so far. They've all been my favorite episode so far.
But that was like a perfect, like condensed beginning, middle, and end story. Like a full
like
you get the full picture.
Moment.
Yeah, and the full circle moment. And again, I do like how they're already tying like Wolfwood, like his betrayal is going to feel so much more like, I don't want to say earned, but I guess that's what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, we found out later that he was kind of in talks or working with the people that were in the gung-ho guns. Gung-ho guns.
Gung-ho guns. It's
the
a mouthful.
gung-ho duns. The gung-ho
dungs.
But here we're getting it like, I mean, he's in it. And
I like it, though. I like it because for me, it adds so much more weight to the moments where he acts because it's still... I still believe that he could be telling the truth. A part of him could be serving mercy, giving mercy to this child who is now a monster.
Well, it seems more like an excuse,
but also,
he's adding, like he's like, oh, now I can like do this thing. Like before, I probably wouldn't have, because I would have gotten an earful from the person who is like not my creator, but I guess trainer. I don't really know the relationship yet.
But it also could be an excuse, like you said. It could be both. But I like that so much because it still is so true to the character of Wolfwood that we saw in the original series. This is who he was. This is what he was doing. He was telling Vash to cut this shit out, to stop, dilly-dallying and lollygagging and handle business when business needs to be handled. So it still fits his character. But now it has this like extra layer of like reason on top of it.
Right. No, exactly. And that's why it seems like it seems a lot more satisfying to see this route than not even getting an inkling that he was not who he said he was, or not giving, we got crumbs of it when they would call him a different name or something would come up, but it never really was shown.
I also really like, because of the way that things are revealed throughout the episode, when we see this like monster underneath rubble and Vash, we both kind of laughed at it when he goes like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're alive. That felt like such a Vash moment. That felt like such a very on-brand thing for Vash to do. However, once the reveal happens, it's this like additional layer again on top of that moment. Where
it's an additional layer, and it's like he is like a known, like, like a fucking legend in those parts, where he just is like walking around his fucking hometown that's empty and abandoned, and he probably killed his mom. He probably killed anyone else that was left in that village.
And it's crazy
20 years ago, and he's been there just waiting for Vash to show up so he could kill him.
Yeah. It's crazy that they also like got to take advantage of the fact that Vash is a being that doesn't age. So I loved the way that was revealed. I loved how they used that in this episode. Like it was such a like, it was a satisfying moment when it all started to come together, and you realize
for like first time, for like first time viewers, because it was like stitched together where it could just be.
It felt like, oh, this is happening
simultaneously.
Yeah, simultaneously, and I loved that. It also seems like Vash has been there multiple times, like not just when Rollo was that age and he came back for the medicine, but we saw Vash holding him when he was a baby. So Vash has been a part of their lives. Well, in Rollo's case, his entire life.
Yeah, and also we got to see and speculate that there were things at work that weren't only just Vash and knives, like technology, obviously, like, Vash's arm, or like the wicked eye, or the evil, whatever the fuck that other gung-ho gung had. But this is like, oh no, we're getting shown like people are being experimented on. Like this man is like building not an army, but like he has the capabilities to just turn people into fucking monsters that are like almost unstoppable. Dude. Like and it is interesting. And now we have, I think that little girl is like maybe a plant, and then we have the other Zazie Zaw,
right, the little bug kid.
man, don't know, woman, child, and then like the main experimenter, which is kind of like Legato. Like he's kind of like the head honcho is what I'm getting at. I don't know if Legato's in here this series, maybe.
Right. I also just love how they are weaving all this like religious iconography together, which makes so much sense because you have, first of all, them deifying Knives because he's like the one you call God can't be here right now, to Rolo when he was little, when they first come to take him to experiment on him.
I took that as like there's no God here. I didn't take that as like Knives. I took that as like there's no God to save you.
Okay, that could be that.
I mean, it could be that.
Could be that. Which is, again, what a crazy powerful line from Vash where he says like, if God can't do it, then like I will. Like, again, the dialogue, the dramatic moments in this episode between him and Wolfwood at the end were fucking crazy. But before I lose it, it's just the religious iconography of him, and his mom, praying in the beginning, to him being on an operating table, that's in the shape of a cross, to even tying that in to Wolfwood and to the reason Wolfwood's gun is a cross. You know what I mean? Like it all, because Wolfwood is one of them. So it all makes sense that they're not just part of this like evil organization, but there is a religious sort of like.
Well, the theme was like, I mean, it's crazy because like they're a part of this religious faction that prays to the plants. And Vash is a plant. And this little boy was hoping that, he said, I don't believe in this God. I want to, but I don't. He turned Vash essentially into his God, not even knowing that this man is a plant. And like crying for him and like praying that he'll come save him when he never did. And then he comes back way too late. And he's now like, again, Wolfwood, I love in every version that we see of him, like he does fucked up things and he is, I don't want to say morally gray. He kind of has his own code. It's like me or them type of thing, or like me and my friends or them type of deal. But he was right. Like, you can't just promise someone salvation and then not return the favor. Like, or not, you can't make these crazy promises because your world, your lifetime is like this, or theirs is like this, and yours is, I don't even know how long you're going to live. Like, I mean, I don't know if Wolfwood, maybe he knows that knowledge. He already knows maybe what Vash is at this point. Maybe that's why he gets even more annoyed at him.
Yeah, man. It's why he's always worked so well against Vash, because like from a character standpoint, because Vash is a much more emotional person that gets really like caught up in like feelings and stuff. And Wolfwood is like, that's a corpse stampede. Like, so and then Vash tells this whole story about Roland. He's like, so basically you overpromised. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's very to the point, matter of fact, like, let's keep emotions like out of this because he has to operate that way. Like, that's the only reason, or that's the only way I guess he can survive, or that he's lasted this long. You know what I mean? Because if he, felt the way Vash did, like, he wouldn't be able to.
He has to
compartmentalize.
Yeah,
absolutely.
In what he's doing, and Vash just doesn't. He just leads with his heart always.
Always.
But I mean, it's pretty fucked up. It was pretty fucked up. Again, like.
But
you could just say you could do the best you can. Anyone can just say that they could do the best they can, like, to make the promise, like, I'm going to save you, like, I'm going to be your salvation. Like Wolfwood said, like, you need to get your ego checked because no one can promise the future.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's what I mean. Like, that exchange of dialogue was so good. Like, it was so, like, tense. It was so dramatic. And the score, the way it was, like, hitting and coming in and out, it was beautiful, dude. Like, I love also, and I'm going to do my absolute best to try to make this make sense, but like before in the original series, when Vash would like be so adamant about not taking someone out, like, and then Wolfwood would step in and sort of like do what Vash couldn't do, you can watch us, like at the end of the original series, start to get frustrated and very much take Wolfwood's side in certain situations, like, almost echoing exactly what he says in later episodes. However, like giving Vash such a deep connection to one of these like monsters, him being such an important figure throughout this like child's life, like when Wolfwood does what Wolfwood does, it changes everything and it hits so much different.
Yeah, it's not like a Zazie situation
right.
where like he has no idea about who this person is, and Wolfwood was like valid for that because he's like, I know who it is.
Yeah.
You don't. I know, but I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that I know. And it's like you said. I mean, we saw him kind of turn the tables in the other episodes that we watched with him, kind of like, you know, bringing those people, the what are the Idaho, Ohio, Nebraska family down,
right, yeah,
and them kind of like relaxing a little bit. But he didn't know them, and they didn't know him, so that was like an easier fix than like this. Like, not saying that like because Vash didn't. I don't think he ruined this kid's life. He just wasn't there.
Yeah,
and that's like not necessarily Vash's fault either.
Yeah,
but like he just wants to save everyone, and that's just not necessarily realistic. Like, there has to be better solutions, I guess. Not like you can only do so much, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, and the wind at the end was just almost just like, to me, it was like this fucked up bow on everything. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like finally the wind comes.
Like, what a middle finger from the universe. You know what I mean? Like, crazy, but also like
hopeful.
Yeah. It was a fantastic episode. Like, this series keeps knocking it out of the park. Yeah. So with that out of the way, let's just jump into our next reaction. Our reaction to episode 6, Once Upon a Time in Hopeland.
Mercy!
Oh shit. Looking like a model up there. What the fuck?
He's genetically modified?
Bro, remember he cracked that thing too?
Executed the executioner.
See? Maybe he's not genetically modified, but that thing can like heal him. Or it like enhances his body. Oh my god! The Terminator!
You monster.
Nicholas D. Castle right here.
Plants continue to be stolen across the region at an alarming rate.
All right, who took whose lunch money?
Girl.
It's a lot more serious than that.
If memory serves, there's a sand steamer that leaves from the port ahead.
So are we just leaving our car here?
We're leaving our gunman here, newbie.
Huh?
Gotta get back to headquarters. We could write 10 articles on our old pal now.
Wait, no!
That good with you, old pal?
Attention, all passengers joining us on our voyage to July. This is the final call for boarding.
I thought you three had something special.
Yeah, not really.
What are we doing?
I'm smoking. You?
We finally have some semblance of dirt on him, and we're gonna let him get away?
What kind of monster looks the same for 20 years?
You're just scared, aren't you?
That's beside the point. I won't risk our lives just to turn out some piece of tabloid fluff.
So, if we aren't risking our lives, we can stay?
You're a pain in my ass.
For joining us as we journey across the great sand ocean. On board our great ship is one of the
Plant.
world's most powerful plants. Our destination this sunny afternoon is the third city of July, nearby Intendant. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the voyage.
So what's your end game?
In what?
In following me around?
I'm like a cool big brother. You won't smash the bully's skull, so it falls to me. I wouldn't mind a thank you or two.
You don't get to decide who lives and who dies.
Still holding the moral high ground, huh?
Don't you have something that you want to protect more than anything else, too?
The reason you've survived this long is because there's always some poor sap there to die instead. I'm done with your self-righteous attitude.
Whoa.
I'm through listening to... Run the hell away!
This is... Okay, he's from the same organization. Damn! The action in this show goes crazy!
Why now? What are you doing here? Livio?
Livio?
Yeah, those are cute guys. Livio.
What?
Whoa. Some strength on that kid.
Oh.
Bro, start young, bro.
Oh, shit.
What are you brats doing?
Oh my god.
Stop, Livio! He's not who hurt you! Drop your weapon!
Listen to the man. Resist and we'll shoot. That goes for you too. Drop your weapons.
Bro, y'all are
The hell are you
dead.
doing? Answer me.
Never talk to a man with a face like that.
She is fucking punching it.
Keep driving like that and you'll be sacked before year 2. You might be paying to fix this beater.
Understood, sir.
Shit. If you understood a thing about our world, you'd let him go.
Understood, sir.
And we pull out at the first sign of trouble, hear me?
Understood, sir.
It was in one and out the other, huh?
Oh, the bikers.
Our luck's in the crap.
Hey.
Livio didn't say bye.
What an awesome choice for this backstory, too.
He is modified somehow.
In addition to repairing any bodily damage you've accumulated over the years, this drug rebuilds and strengthens your cells. Any wound you receive will be healed in seconds. A dream come true, yes? This accelerated growth, as with all good things, comes at a price.
Just a few months and he's grown so much. He's a monster. Agreed.
He's the Wolverine.
No, for real. And how old is he?
I don't know.
We've got a runner. Hey, don't move! You're gone!
God damn.
He's a subject! Stop this at once!
Do they have to be in glass?
I know.
Jesus.
I'm going back. I'm going home.
Oh!
And somehow you maintain your own will. The child deemed S+. You have a true gift, you know.
Oh!
Starting this very day, you shall join the Eye of Michael.
The Eye of Michael.
We worship a beautiful angel.
I don't believe in God, so no.
What about punishment? Rebels. Low-life scum.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pass from me. I'm not working for you or your freaky-ass cult.
You consider him a brother.
See?
I understand he volunteered himself to follow after you.
Huh?
If you refuse to join us, he says he's willing to take your place.
No, they aged. They
blue-haired freak of nature!
Is there any
aged
side
up.
effects or something like that?
Remember, they said it's only been a couple months.
You would be wise not to insult my appearance again. My power is far beyond mere nerve control or electrical impulses.
Livio, run away!
Or this is a trick?
Love, attachment. I don't understand such things. Devote yourself and release that which weighs you down.
Not a chance. Sorry, blue boy.
Well, you arrived quickly.
Please be gentle with him.
He's no more than your average stray.
It ranks S+.
I overstepped. I'm terribly sorry.
You mustn't defile life in such a way.
Screw you. I'm gonna be real pissed if I have to hurt you.
Now you know what Vash went through in the last fucking episode. Different when you have a connection to the person killing everybody.
He's still standing?
He's SS plus.
Who is that? He's none of your business, okay? Now hurry up and hide.
You know him, yeah? So help the poor guy!
It's too late. Hey! I have to catch up. You're supposed to be hiding, Needle Noggin.
The Punisher's in a sticky spot.
Yes, a difficult position indeed. If his brother dies, they'll continue to cycle through children at the orphanage. He needs to learn that he can't protect everyone.
Damn it! Shut up and hide already! No way!
Fucking
Hide or
Dalton.
I'll kill. Hurry!
It has long been time to give up on your little brother.
Wow.
Bro.
This ain't good.
Oh my
What the fuck?
God. It's literally supervillain shit. The bad lads, what the fuck? What are they doing? Jesus.
I mean, how much more can they handle?
I
How much
know.
more can they take?
What's your next move, Punisher? Who shall you kill? And who shall you save?
I've got you now.
No way. They said, remember last time it was a two-parter and it was not good? Let's fix that. Oh my God, am I crazy? This shit is amazing. This is
Yeah,
so
I
good.
think I saw a comment saying like or maybe it was a Patreon comment, probably Patreon comment because we haven't released this on YouTube yet. But it said like 6, 7, and 8 are like some of my favorite in the series.
Wow. I mean, so far I agree. This is awesome. Awesome. I mean, everything kind of converging. The bad lads coming together right when, like, you know, we're getting Wolfwood's backstory. We're introducing this new character. We also get to meet what appears to be Legato, you know.
Yes.
Crazy. And his backstory, there's just so much more there. He's
genetically modified. Like, actually.
He's genetically modified.
Not
which
just like, oh, he's strong. He's a
Yeah.
strong assassin. He was just raised. Well, meanwhile, while we have giants and people that can be like fucking worked on, like it didn't make any sense why Wolfwood was just a regular guy, like with training. Like, no, this makes so much more sense to be on Vash's level. And also, I mean, like, I assume then that I mean his he was able to get aged up. He got aged up in a couple of months. That's my interpretation. Maybe I'm mistaken. I'm not sure, because why would he be a child still?
Well, maybe because, I mean, we did get to see his backstory, obviously. That was in the past when his friend was also young. His friend's not young anymore, so maybe his friend got the same treatment and is older now too because of the drugs, or maybe time has passed like we saw in the last episode.
I think time has passed.
Right.
But
right.
I'm still confused. Maybe someone can clear it up in the comments. Maybe I'm just tripping.
I got to go back and watch it too to really be like super clear on it. But either way, I absolutely love it. Like,
or he just blacked out.
Yeah.
That whole time.
I also love like the threat that Legato like poses here, and also we get to understand so much more clearly this like religious organization, how they are based on like, or they do operate under the guise of religion, or maybe they really do worship these like angels, Knives being their like their god.
Which I'm confused about, because I thought that the him cracking before he went into the window, I thought that was Knives' power, but like that's Legato.
That's
like
Legato.
He just is able to do that. Like, so
well,
then
they're all genetically modified.
Right, but then what? Okay, Knives. I mean, Knives is still pretty fucking crazy.
Knives was doing some fucking godly shit when we saw him in the cloak. But again, it makes sense as to why in the previous series, why the Gung Ho Guns, like, just there were these random group of people that had these like crazy abilities, like that were never really explained, and we didn't know who was a part of it and who wasn't, and who they recruited and who, like, it was just kind of a mess. It was kind of like not really explained or really done or executed like well. Here, like, again, they have the benefit of like retrospective, going back retroactively and adding in all of this lore, adding in all of this like context. This orphanage operates under, you know, this religious group, and they take kids from the orphanage. They test them to see if they can like survive these procedures, these experiments. Then they modify them and raise them to like be their assassins. Like it's just
direction. It's
just so much more clear, and everything like seems like it's so much more connected, and everything just makes so much more sense. And again, it's backed by like really emotional moments, like we talked about during the episode. This being like a mirror to what Vash went through previously, and I think that's such a cool way to show that. Like, not to mention the direction. I'm all over the place because this episode was so good. Like the direction of Wolfwood's flashback, like almost treating it like a silent movie, changing the animation to be more like sketchy, you know, like to show like this innocent, this like innocent part of his life, you know, his childhood where he met this like person. Awesome, like so good from like an artistic point of view, a creative point of view. Like this shit is awesome. Awesome. Yeah, the showing that parallel was great too. Like setting up Wolfwood at the end, even Legato and I forget the other one's name, but like, yeah, making him choose. Like,
and also like why Wolfwood said like he's not the one that hurt you. Like I'm curious to see what he means by that.
Well, again, to me, this is what plays into what I mentioned earlier on in our review of this series. Is before they made it seem like Vash, everybody hated Vash because he would come into a town and he would bring disaster with him. Things would happen and it would cause the destruction of towns, right? Here, they really imply, at least for me, my understanding of it, they imply that like people are getting Vash confused with Knives because they are twins. Like Knives is going around doing fucked up shit. And I kind of see the same thing here. Like Wolfwood saying like, this isn't the guy that did that shit to you. But again, it's his past coming back to haunt him. It's Knives coming back to haunt him. Which I also like really, really like. Speaking of Patreon members, we got another comment, and I do wonder, and I wanted to pose this question earlier to everybody watching, but I'll just ask it now. And I think this is a very valid, very, very valid feeling for this person to have. But they essentially said that they love the show, and that I think it might have been Alexander Arch, might not have been. Sorry if it wasn't. But they love the show, but they do feel like it moves so fast that they can't quite they don't care quite as much about the characters as they did in the original series, because there was more time and more like almost like side quests for you to become invested. So I don't know if I'm coming into this biased because I'm already attached to these characters. I already love these characters.
I think an argument I could have to that, because definitely we're not getting as many episodes where he is like meeting new people in towns and having funny moments and sharing some like, what's the word, levity in his life as of right now. You know, there's a clear path, there's a clear journey. They're going to July, that's what they're doing right now, and getting caught up in all these things. And I would agree. Also because we're not seeing that, we're not getting that, but I think that with this addition like to a Wolfwood backstory, I'm sure we'll get more of Vash's also soon, with what happened on the siege ship, and all of that good stuff will happen pretty soon because it is moving so fast. I wouldn't see it as an issue if I were someone coming into it blind. I think that specifically for this Stampede, like it's not necessarily about like the journey along the way as it was in the original series. This is clearly like beginning, middle, and end type of feeling I'm getting from the first season, just in general.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm operating from a completely biased, perspective. So
yeah,
if there is anybody who is only watching Stampede and has never seen the original series, like I would really love to hear like your opinion on it.
I guess on like Vash is what I'm assuming that he's talking about. Like with specifically Vash.
Maybe even
he's
Meryl
like
as well.
I would say Meryl and the other guy. I mean, I don't know. I think they're still fun. I understand what he's saying, or if it wasn't him, if it was someone else, what they're saying. And, we just haven't spent enough time with the characters and having them kind of interact. It's been like go, 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 beat the bad guy as of right now. But I hope that we do get an episode where it is more chill. But
I mean, it doesn't seem like
I don't think it is either. That's what I meant. It's not like the journey. It is just like we're doing it. Like this is the story, not like it was kind of laissez-faire in the first season, which I did enjoy. But there were times when I wish it would have been more concise, which is everything that we talked about in the first half of this discussion. Like there's a clear organization, there's a reason why Wolfwood the way he is, there's a reason why he does the things he does. Same thing for Vash. It's the emotional stakes. Like emotionally I am so invested like in this situation and the outcome of this situation. I think that like again, like this episode is a prime example of like incredible like direction, like the camera movement, the action in this show from episode 1 has been incredible and it kind of hasn't stopped. Like it's just so good. Everything is so fast. Like I feel and I think that's another reason why it's so important to give Wolfwood this like this ability, because like for him to survive in a landscape like this, like he would have to have some sort just to be on not Vash's level necessarily, but they are kind of like head in head in terms of how they're able to bounce back as quickly as they are. Because if he was a regular human, I don't think he would have been toast.
Yeah it's again like I can't express enough like how for me like what makes so far Stampede in a lot of ways like a superior story is because they take everything from the original series and they make it all make sense.
And they expand upon it.
And exactly. They don't just retell it or like tie some loose threads, connect some loose threads. They really expand on it. They really give it heart. They really give it emotion. They give it thought.
And they really make the world seem lived in. And obviously in the original series it seemed lived in because people were living in it. That's not what I mean. It's like everything like you would think like in a real world, like in a real society of people, or you'd have like religion, you would have obviously bad people doing bad things. Like there's explanations to these things, and it feels so much more put together. There are series that I like that you don't get an explanation for a lot of things. There are series that
100%.
It doesn't need to spoon feed you all the information because you kind of piece together what's going on. But even in the original series with the plants and like what are they living, are they not, or why do they need them, where did they come from, what the fuck is going on, why is Wolfwood the way he is? We asked that so many times. We're like, there's no way this guy's just a regular dude. And even with knives, like how the gung-ho guns, like where the fuck did they, like, again, there's so many questions, and I feel like this is tying them really well, but it's also like cutting the thread and then putting more stuff in there and then tying it, which is like way more satisfying.
Yeah, because again, in the last episode, they could have just made that they could have made the Rolo character, just another muscly bad guy that they had to get through. But they added not just so much more like heart to it, but it did so much to show you why like Vash cares as much as he does, like about all of these people. Like it really elevated that whole like part of his character to me. I mean, in that moment, it was executed so well.
Yeah, and it's also like the it's misunderstandings, and everyone starts the same way. It's like the environment that changes them. That's how they're raised, or things that happen in their life are the reasons why they turn out the way they do. You know, Livia wasn't this killer.
Right,
and
yeah.
The kid wasn't a muscled out fucking, it's just like how their lives turned out and how bad people influenced them into doing what they're doing. And they're not necessarily bad. It's just that they have turned to that side because no one else was there for them.
Yeah, man. I mean, oh my God. I just can't get over how good it all is. Again, like even the imagery of like Wolfwood, like almost touching the glass and then, you know, being mangled. Like, I don't know if Legato's going to have his same sort of like the same ability where he's able to kind of like get into people's minds. But like the fact that he has that like telekinesis and it is as strong as it is, like, it's just awesome. Like, it's just really awesome. And he looks really cool too. Like all the characters. And that's what I was going to say. You can really tell that I know it's kind of like a tricky situation because like I don't think the original series or the this are either like super accurate to the manga. But you can tell that, and I haven't read the manga, but you can tell that the people who work on this show have a deep love for the original series at least. Again, with all these Easter eggs, these connections, like again, everything feels like it's a retelling, but just like on another fucking level. And these little details and these little moments, these little nods to these characters, like again, I personally, I feel the love when I watch it, which is another reason that I really like it. I'm so sorry, dude. I feel like I haven't been all over this, like all over the place in a long time, but it's because like I really, really, really loved that episode. Yeah, it got me worked up, dude. It got me worked up. That's going to do it for our reaction of these two episodes. Please leave your thoughts and comments on this video, on these two episodes. Like, let us know how you felt, how you feel compared to the original series if you watched it. And like I asked earlier, like if you're one of those people who haven't seen the original series and you've just seen Stampede, how do you feel? And what's your connection to characters? Like, are you like as like invested?
Right.
I know it's hard to like compare to something you haven't seen before, but like, yeah, like where are you at with your relationship with these characters? Anyway, subscribe to the channel, like the video, all these things help. And if you'd like to see the full uncut, unedited version of these reactions and all of our previous reactions, patreon.com/volume1pod, or click join somewhere next to the subscribe button to become a YouTube member. And speaking of members, I want to thank everyone, no matter how you show your support, but we want to give a very special thank you to members of our V1P tier. So thank you to all, but a very special thank you to
Jonathan R., Quattro, Drew Sims,
Wombo, William Martinez Ramirez, and David Ramirez. Thank you all from the bottom of both of our hearts. The only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that's always the same and never changes, which today, Megan, is I was gonna go let's go, but it's like legato, but like I don't know if that really like works. Le fucking gato. Wolfwood, bro. This man is like he's wolf, like Wolverine is what we can call him. He regenerates, you know, they kind of experiments like Weapon X. You know, if you turn a cross sideways, it does kind of look like an X. Any thoughts about that?
I don't have one today.
Oh, man.
Let's fucking, what did you say?
Let's just do, like, let's fucking gato. That's awful. Is that Wolfwood?
Or Wolverine. That's fine.
Thank you so much for watching, for clicking on this video, for hanging out with us. And until next time,
is that Wolfwood or Wolverine?
Okay, yeah, that's what you get when you get a Josh outro, which never happens. It's okay.
It's okay.
You're emotionally both.